Okay, so I'm going to make a video about this recent episode of Housewives. By the way, hi. Who's ever watching, who's ever not watching.
I'm ready.
Oops. Okay, my bad. Okay, so this episode is Montego Baes. Okay, so we're following the last episode of Bitch, I'm worldwide. Okay, bitch, I'm dog. I can't stop saying that. Like, that is honestly an iconic line. Like, that line is iconic. Like, we cannot deny. That was iconic. So yeah, we're on this trip, in Jamaica with Sanya or whatever. I'm not even about to try to review this whole episode, to be honest. I don't have any notes. My goal was honestly just to come on here and talk about my thoughts. First of all, I was getting annoyed because I was trying for the longest to figure out how, because I like to film a video with my phone, like, in portrait mode, okay? Like, holding my phone regular and filming a video instead of having to turn it to the side and, like, I'm looking in the camera and not looking at the screen, which is, I guess, a good thing. But yeah, I just spent like 10 minutes, 20 minutes trying to figure that shit out, and I was getting impatient and I was getting annoyed because no one was telling me what I needed to hear. Like, I wasn't seeing any videos that were helpful. Anyways, so because my last video was like that, and I saw that, and I'm like annoyed by that. Anyways, so where was I? Okay, what are some things that I want to talk about? Actually, maybe I should have wrote notes. I'm just gonna skim through because I have it up. I'm just gonna skim through some scenes. It's nothing. Honestly, it's nothing that. What did I want to talk about for real? Okay, so I want to start off about, honestly, the whole, like, Sanya's husband, whose name I forget. Let's talk about that. That's really what I came here for. To talk about the scene with him, like, standing up and defending Sanya because Sanya got into it with Kenya and Sheree, because they were feeling like she uninvited them because she basically just wasn't. She's like, if y'all are going to come, y'all are going to come. If y'all weren't, y'all weren't. I mean, mind you, Kenya had that whole thing yesterday about her being late. It's just like, this is how I feel. First, let's get into that. Like, Kenya feeling like, oh, you should have called me. Honestly, I'm on Sanya's side about this because, girl, like, I am running this entire trip. I don't have time to be all up on you about, I don't know. It's just annoying. Like, it's just annoying. Like, I'm doing stuff. If you're going to come, you're going to come. Like, that's also just kind of the kind of person that I am. Like, more so than in this situation, how Sanya is, like, reacting. Like, I'm more so that because when I'm ready to leave and if I want to go somewhere, I'm not waiting on nobody. Like, I will, but I just don't like to the point where it's, like, inconveniencing me because it's just, like, again, if you're going to do something, you're going to do something. If you want, I know I want to go. I know I'm ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to leave. So, you either coming or you not, but I'm not about to be on your ass about coming. Like, that's exuding my energy. Plus, like, again, this is Science trip. She's doing all this work of, like, planning everything, the itinerary, all that jazz. Which also, I want to get into that too. Like, Sanya, I want to get into Sanya for a little bit. Like, anyway, I'll do that towards the end of the video. But, so, yeah, so they got into it with Sanya at dinner about them feeling like, I feel like you uninvited us, blah, blah, blah. Sanya's like, I figured that, if y'all were going to come, y'all were going to come. If y'all weren't, y'all weren't. But I'm paraphrasing what she said. She didn't really say that. But that's basically what she was saying. Or, like, she's like, I figured y'all were doing something else. I don't know. Like, also, I feel like Sanya is very sensitive. Sanya has qualities about her that I do like. Mind you, she is getting like dragged a lot as a newbie because like I guess I don't know, she a newbie. So but there are qualities about her that I like, and like that I can relate to or that I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is a sensitive person. Okay, so I feel like she didn't have time to also just be going through the whole like rejection thing, and also like Kenya and Sanya have had like it seems like they keep bumping heads, or they keep like having like conflict or whatever. So I think Sanya just didn't feel like getting to that energy, and like also like being rejected or whatever, like calling Kenya and having to do, like, she just didn't feel like, not getting rejected like that, but you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, like, just that feeling of like, I don't know how to say it. I can't explain it. But I feel like Sanya feels disrespected or unappreciated or rejected by Kenya because Kenya is not being punctual. I'm finding my words here. Punctual to her itinerary planning and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like Sanya just didn't also feel like having to go through that again, to be honest. Like, psychologically, not even like principle wise, because the principle is like, bitch, I made a time and you're either making it or you're not. Like, that's like that. These are the principles, like punctuality, showing up on time, blah blah blah. But like emotionally, psychologically, I feel like she also just doesn't want to have that conflict again with Kenya, so she's not about to do all that. So this is going great. I'm getting into it. It's all coming back to me. The things I want to talk about, it's all coming back. So, they're at the dinner table. Okay. My opinion, what is his name? I want to get his name. Is his name like Ron or Rod? Something like that. Y'all, I am so, like, crusty right now. It don't even make no sense. I gotta stop coming on here crusty. Oh, Aaron. I said Rod or Ron. Aaron Ross. I was close. Ross, Rod, Ron, whatever. Aaron, I was close. So my thoughts is this, because we see next episode that Kenya calls him aggressive. We know Kenya has had, like, a history with this kind of conflict of like calling out men for being violent, aggressive, misogynistic. Because that trip they was on that one time with homegirl and her cousin, they was gaslighting Kenya. Like, they were gaslighting the fuck out of Kenya because she was not wrong. They were gaslighting her. Candy took up for her too. That's probably when they was becoming friends. That's probably how they became friends. Anyway, that was true. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Kenya will call out a man, okay? She will call out a man when they just not being right. You know what I'm saying? Like, she will. I'm not about to get into that whole argument about what she does with her and her husband. Like, I'm not even about to talk about that. But Kenya will call out a man. Like, we've seen it. Maybe she doesn't do it every time, all the time. She's a human who feels like doing that. You know what I'm saying? But she will go toe to toe with the men. Okay. So yeah, like, I feel like when I saw it in the trailer, I thought that he stood up and he was just standing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he sat back down, because in the trailer, they didn't show him sitting back down. They just showed him, like, standing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's going to happen? Is this going to be a standoff? Is it going to be, like, what's about to happen? So he stood up and sit back down or whatever. Because if he didn't sit back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, what was that about to be? Because my whole thing is this. When someone stands up, and when someone stands up, that's saying something. Like, that's a defense that's in a defense mode. Like a defense mode, ready to offense mode. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fight. Like you're standing up. So that's like communicating and establishing like defense and like what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word that I am looking for? It's just establishing like some type of fight mode. Like you're in fight mode. Like I feel like it's communicating that you are in fight mode. Now mind you, Aaron was in fight mode, but for me, I just feel like him being a man and like standing up, period, it just like I don't feel like he needed to stand up to get his point across, is what I'm getting at. I don't feel like he needed to stand up to get his point across. You are a man amongst all women who, you know what I'm, like you are a man amongst women. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, that's what I feel. I feel like him doing that was extra. I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to. I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to. Like, you are a man. You do not have to do all that. Okay, so look, this is what I'm gonna say. Todd gets on my nerves. However, I will say that whenever he interjects, it's never weird, or it's never really, it don't feel weird, or it doesn't feel like misogynistic. It feels right when he chimes in. You know what I'm saying? Or when he addresses the ladies. It doesn't feel, at least not to me, it's always like justified and done in a manner in which it feels like we're two people on the same level getting into a conflict, as opposed to, oh, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like he respectfully addresses the ladies. Respectfully. I feel like that wasn't respectful. Because it's not like Kenya was calling Sanya names. Like, it's not like, it was not that serious for him to fucking do all that. And that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on it. Like, he did not need to do that. And thank God that nigga sat back down, because how he just, cause we've seen it. Like, we've seen it. We've seen it. Remember when Candy was like, here come Peter, bucking up his chest like he go do something. Like he go do something. Like, it was like, are you about to do something? Like, so then in the next episode, we get Kenya saying that he was being aggressive. Now, I would not personally use that word. I personally just wouldn't, because I just wouldn't use that word. I'm very big on language and using, like, because words mean things, duh. But, like, I feel like I like to be careful with my words to communicate a certain type of thought and emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I like to choose my words carefully, because this is what I'm trying to get across. I mean, that's very obvious, right? But that's why I'm explaining, like, I wouldn't use the word aggressive. I feel like people don't also think about the words that they use. I feel like they just kind of use them and don't think about what that specific word is communicating, when there could be another word to use that would more so communicate, like accurately communicate or accurately depict what happened or what's going on or what you're feeling, what you're seeing. I don't feel like aggressive was the right word to use. I feel like it was doing too much, though. I will say that. It was too much. It was doing too much. Like, he did too much. Now, from what it looked like from filming, it looked like he stood up and sat back down and then whatever. So, I wouldn't necessarily I don't know if I would call it aggressive. I would just call it defensive. Personally, that's me. I would say it was more so defensive, But regardless, it was unnecessary. That's just me personally, though. If someone else wants to say that it was aggressive, honestly, actually, I can't. If we look at the word aggressive, like, for example, when people use the word passive aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Like, aggressive. Like, I think I personally just don't want to use that word because it just don't feel right to say it. I don't know why. It just don't. I don't know why it doesn't feel right. I don't know what that is. I'm like questioning why. I don't know. Something tells me it's a black thing. Because honestly, I'm trying to think, like, do I ever call anyone aggressive when they are defending themselves? No. I call people aggressive, not them. Well, he wasn't defending himself, he was defending his wife. I don't like to use the word aggressive when someone is reacting to something or when someone is acting in reaction to something. And I feel like that's what that was. But at the same time, I could see why Kenya would. I'm going down my thoughts here. Again, trying to choose my words carefully. Because before I'm like, you want to accurately depict. And again, that's why I'm saying this is how I feel. It's subjective. Because, like, I understand, like, my reasons for wanting to say defensive as opposed to aggressive are my reasons. And Kenya using aggressive are her reasons. I don't know. I can see why she would say it was aggressive because, again, he is a man. A man. Like, amongst women, and you standing up, it's the standing up for me. It really is the standing up for me, because had he not stood up, and also, like, don't cuss at me. Like, who do you think you talking to? Like, that's just what it's all coming down to. Like, who are you talking to like that? Who do you think that you are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? And who do you think that you are trying to, like, put in a place? Who the fuck is you? Like, so, yeah. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that. How long have I been filming? 17 minutes in. We good. So yeah, so what else? I really should have wrote notes. It's nothing else, honestly. Like, Marlo's still being annoying. She weird as fuck. She's just a weird ass bitch. Like, she's just weird. I don't know why they're giving Ralph confessionals. Don't nobody care about this nigga. Like, this weirdo nigga. He weird too. Don't nobody care about him. I need some water in here. But yeah. Ralph, bye. It just be the forced storylines for me. It be the forced melodrama. It be giving melodrama. Like, it's the forced melodrama for me. But I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? Reality TV gives that. Reality TV gives drama. Like, it's produced to give drama. And drama doesn't always mean, like, conflict and fights. I mean, drama doesn't always mean, like, fighting. Like, drama, like emotional roller coasters type of drama. Melodrama. So yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. Drew and damn, I forgot his name. Drew and Ralph's whole, like, this is boring. It's boring. I do feel bad for her in her situation, though. The fact that Ralph is a total menace and she's toxic and they're in this whole toxic relationship. So yeah, I do feel bad for Drew in that aspect. But Ralph and Drew, like, I don't know, it just seems like now they're trying to, like, change the narrative, like, get the attention off the fact that their marriage and their relationship is, like, terrible, and trying to spin the narrative like, oh, let's create this narrative for Ralph around Josiah and like, as if they're trying to soften him or something. Like, that's what it's giving. Like, they're trying to, like, soften Ralph, giving him confessionals, him writing a book. The fuck, girl, bye, I'm over it. So yeah, what else? This homegirl, what's her name? Mayette. What's her name? Monietta. She's gorgeous. Her husband seemed like a very fun, chill time. The husband's cool. He just hanging around, having a good old time. Like, they seem like a good time, fun time. Monietta is fine. She is fine. Okay, Monietta is fine. Okay. Yeah, she's fine. So, Kenya, let's talk about it. Kenya, girl, her first of all, she called the beef patties. What did she call them? She didn't call them tostadas. She called them something. Quesadillas. Whatever. Tostadas. She fucking, no. Like, no. Like, why would you call them that? She called them quesadillas. She called them quesadillas. I'm trying to pronounce it like, correct Spanish, but shit. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So that was disrespectful. Disrespectful to Jamaican culture. She just been disrespecting Jamaicans, Caribbeans. Like, girl, the accent, give it up. Stop it, girl. You are being disrespectful, girl. Cringy and disrespectful. She called the beef patties quesadillas. That was strike number 1 for me. Then she keep doing the accent. Girl, stop it. I think that's really it. I'm also tired of saying and so yeah. I promise y'all, I would not be doing this had I had my notes. Let's see. What else happened? Let's talk about it. These are honestly, I think that's really it, like, for as far as my thoughts go. Last thing, Sanya. Okay, let's talk about how I feel about Sanya. Sanya, is her name Sanya or Sanya? I think it's Sanya. This is how I feel about her. Like, okay, try hard. Like, she's trying hard, but I'm gonna go back to that though. But I will say that I do like Sanya. I do like her. I feel like I would like her not on the show. Like, I feel like I would like her, like, in person. Like, because she seems like a fun time. She's chill. She's cool. Also, she seems a little... I'm not going to say that. Actually. I'm not going to say that. She likes to have fun, okay? She just likes to have fun. She seems like a fun person, chill. The only thing is, her being on the show, it just feels like this trip just feels very draining. It just feels like every time it's on her, it just feels like she is shoving herself down our throats. It feels like she's just like this. Like this trip seems draining because it just doesn't seem... Like, if I went to Jamaica, this is just not what I would be doing. Like, it just feels like she's centering herself a lot and, like, just shoving all of her shit down our throats at once. And it's just kind of like, she's just doing too much. I just feel like she's just doing too much. She's doing too much, and she's taking it way too seriously, and she's taking herself too seriously. And she's trying too hard. Those are my thoughts. But I do like her. She is kind of annoying, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit. It's a little bit sometimes. But she means well. I'll say that. She is playing with the wrong team, though. She needs to get the fuck on for Barlow. She needs to get away from Barlow. I'll say that. Everyone does. So, yeah, like, this trip is just, like, I don't know. It's just, what are they, I don't know. Like, when are they going to have some fun for real? Like, some fun. Like, I don't know. Let me not say they're not having fun. I don't know. It's just, like, we're going to go here. We're going to do this. We're going to go. Like, that whole, like, her going to go see her auntie, like, that's awkward as hell. I just feel like that's so awkward. Like, we all had to get off this bus to go see your auntie, who we don't know. No disrespect. No disrespect. I'm just saying, like, when you're a new person on the show, I feel like you have to earn your way to, it sounds messed up, but it's true, because that's just that's personally just how I am in general with people. I don't like when people try to again shove themselves down your throats too all at once, too much, too fast. Like, I have to want to get to know you first, and to want to get to know you. I have to want to. Like, I have to be interested. I don't know. I just feel like you have to build interest. Like, especially, like, when you're a new housewife, like, when you're a new cast member, period, you have to build interest. Okay, like, yeah, you have to build interest. Like, so, I don't know. I just wish she kind of took it a little more slowly. Her party at her house was cute, though. People were dragging it because it wasn't extravagant, but I thought it was cute. Very, like, she's like very regular. Like, she was chill. You know, that was cute. But yeah, those are my thoughts pretty much. Ooh, yikes. Sorry, y'all. That's my computer. Sorry, y'all, that was loud. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this past episode. So yeah, I will see y'all next time. My next video, whenever that'll be. I'm trying to get everything set up still. I'm trying to, like, get used to even just filming. That is a start. Slowly but surely. Okay, anyway. Bye.